Aloha!
Talofa.
Welcome to Maoli Talk. I'm Delia.
Welcome, and I'm Fosi.
And we're the Ulimas, and this is our hale. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
Today, episode 4. We made it through 4 episodes.
Two.
Today, we're talking about discipline in the home.
Wow.
Discipline in a Polynesian home. We're going to talk.
It's really serious, guys.
Okay, but we're going to start off with our Vala'au, our Talanoa, our Talk Story Bowl. And we're going to have a quick round. Ask questions. So, Hun, we're going to pick a card.
Okay.
And read the question, and the other person answers. Okay?
Okay.
Let's start this off.
All right, you go.
Hun, are we consistent with our consequences with our children?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. We try to be.
Yeah, we try to be, but it's
Not
a
always.
process. Yeah,
It's a process.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
question.
So, who is more patient with the kids?
Oh, I would have to say that would be you.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. That is a true statement. Hun, which forms of discipline work best with our kids?
Ooh, depends.
It depends. For the oldest, he does not like yelling or hitting. I don't know who does. But for him, it got to be reasonable and fair and just. And
then for the little guy, you got to give him instant rewards.
Yes.
You know, you got to talk to him, let him know what's going on. If you get it, you do it right, you get a reward. So
that's what. And he's our 3-year-old. Is it mine or you? Oh, here, this
me.
is you.
Yeah.
Your
Don't take my card back. Come on.
Sorry.
Come on, Hawaiian.
Sorry, cuz. Sorry.
Who is the enforcer in the home?
Oh, that would be me.
Oh,
definitely, I'm the enforcer.
She is the hammer.
Tell you.
You know this lady.
Okay, Hun, who are the kids most afraid of?
Mom. The hammer.
I don't think we need
all of that.
to, elaborate on that.
Yes. Who yells the most?
I feel like these questions are skewed towards me, and I don't think that that's fair.
That's her.
I don't know who wrote these questions,
all her. She did.
Which parent is the bigger pushover?
I guess that's me, but you know, I'm pretty fair. I'm pretty fair.
And the kids know it. Even the 3-year-old knows it. Okay.
Oh, he's my little man.
Okay, let's talk about discipline. Okay, growing up, Hun, what did discipline look like in your home?
It was, let me tell you, it's rough. It was very rough, you know.
What did it look like?
We make any mistakes. We don't clean the house. We don't do what we're told. Oh, man, I remember coming home late from school. We got the broom, me and my nephew, me and my cousin. My dad hit home runs like he was hitting like freaking Grand Slam. Just for coming home late, and he tells us, oh, I do this because I love you. You know, that he always
sound familiar?
He always
I bet people can relate to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. So you got dirty lickings growing up?
Dirty lickings growing up.
Mostly from dad or from dad and mom?
Mostly from dad, some from mom, but mostly dad. Dad was the hammer, yes.
And in my home, I never got lickings. I never...
You're
okay,
lucky.
no, I take that back. My dad, as I mentioned before, he passed away when I was 6. But he did spank us. He spanked us on our butt, on our bottom. And other than that, my mom never touched us. And so it was it was a very different experience from yours growing up, Hun, for sure.
Every other household where I grew up in Kuipak Terrace. If it was Samoan family, the kids are running out, because they're getting lickings.
I do remember my girlfriends growing up from the housing, and they're all Samoan, and they definitely got lickings. And you know what's interesting, and I know that this is kind of a controversial thing kind of in this day and age, is they always joked about it. It was like they would like compare stories about getting dirty lickings. And I don't know, they didn't seem traumatized by it, but it had to be traumatizing. In the moment when you're getting lickings, I mean,
you're
come
scared.
on.
You're just really scared. You don't have a voice. You don't have a say. You just sit there and you just take it.
And of course we know there's lots of, and you're a social worker. Your background is mental health. I work in foster care where there's abuse and neglect and other things, and we understand that there's other ways to discipline, but and we try to do that in our own home. But there is kind of some of that old and new thought process in our home.
There needs to be a balance. There needs to be a good balance. You should definitely, absolutely bring some of that, sasa in.
Okay, we're not advocating for
Yes, I'm not
corporal
advocating
punish for everybody.
for abuse.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a difference.
Yeah.
Getting dirty lick, getting discipline, and getting abuse are two different things.
And then in this day and age, some people choose not to. Some Polynesians choose not to sasa their kids or to lick their kids. But how did that influence, hon, of you getting those dirty lickings kind of impact how you chose to raise our kids today? Because you don't lick our kids.
I don't. I chose to not, do the same for my kids. And plus, too, you got to think about the times. It's changed. The laws and the way the things are today. If any little thing, you're going to get reported. But I never thought about those things.
Yeah.
I didn't care about those things.
Well, and you didn't think about turning your parents in back then. I mean, nobody even thought that your parents licked you and you weren't secretly calling CPS.
You call CPS, you're going to be calling for the coffin to come and take you. Take you from your house. So,
oh my God.
CPS, what is that? No, we just accepted it.
But but seriously, hon, I think you did like a 360 or a 180 because for the most part, you do not lick our kids.
No,
you so he doesn't touch the kids really. But you want to hear something funny, audience?
Go tell them.
Is that I didn't get any lickings growing up.
And she wants to be that. She's the hammer.
And yet I'm so good at it.
She's the abusive one.
I don't. Excuse me. Okay, I am not abusive. Okay, I'm not abusive at all.
Look at my bruises.
You know what? I'm gonna cut this out. Can we cut this out, please? No. I mean, I don't know what it is, or I honestly think though that I deserve some lickings growing up, and that
I think so.
When I gave my mom hard time sometimes, or I talked back sometimes.
Big time.
Thank you, hon. Thank you. I'm sure if my mom was alive, she might agree with you. But I think I kind of deserved like a sasa sometimes, but I didn't get it. But in our own home, I think there's kind
making it up. Eh?
I don't know what it is. It's just I'm so good at it. But anyway, what do we do?
It's good though. It's good though because my boys, they do need it, and I'm glad it's coming from mom.
Okay. Again, we are not advocating for corporal punishment or physical violence.
Absolutely not.
But we do have some steps. We try.
We do.
I remember when when Sunny was younger, we instituted this. Okay, we're gonna talk first, and then we're gonna give you a consequence or a timeout. Do timeouts even work? I don't know. But
I don't think we did timeouts really. It was more like they talk about it. We talk about it, and then you take a break before we escalate it to
we try to de-escalate, right?
Yeah.
So warning.
We implement the coping the skills in the beginning. We tried at least. It didn't work all the time, but we try to implement some skills in there so that we don't escalate to a point where we're just.
And then the last one was kind of the sasa, and the sasa is like the slap on the hand, the slap on the butt, maybe like a tweak in the ear or whatever, and that doesn't always work either. And now with our 3-year-old, I'm trying to move away from that because he is, holy smokes, every child is different. My older one he might have talked a little, but he was more mellow. He was definitely more compliant, and he was easily hurt. Like he did not even the slightest sasa. It just hurt him to the core. It hurt his feelings. He did not like it. He did not like being yelled at. He did not like being hit at all.
I don't know what happened. He's a teenager now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he's turning out pretty good. But the little one, the 3-year-old, it's
like
guy. He's like feel malosi.
You hit me, I hit you back.
That's how he is. It's like even the little he'll be like
no.
So he's totally different, and we're gonna share a video to show you what we're dealing with.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh. Someone's having a tantrum. You kind of look cute having a tantrum in that outfit and those shoes. And that's our Makana, our 3-year-old.
That's him.
And it's funny when they scream and yell when they're 3, but it's not funny when they're 7 or 8. So as he's getting older, hopefully he understands more. We're gonna have to use consequence and the carrot and the stick. The carrot and the stick. But
he's learning a lot. I mean, school is really doing wonders for this kid. He's doing a lot of great things. He's learning a lot. He learned a lot of words. He's saying more. It's amazing what school can do.
But you know what's funny about, going back to the discipline, is your parents, who were, especially Dad, who was so adept at doling out the lickings, when it came to the grandkids, He literally, like, your
Ole.
dad literally
No.
would tell your brothers if they're licking their kids,
No.
I'm
I said,
gonna
no.
call the
I'm gonna
police.
call CPS on you. You keep sassing your kid, CPS is gonna be called.
And then dad,
No
you're
problem.
like, who is this person?
Yeah, my dad totally changed. It's like,
Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about, Dad? You beat us, and
Mhm.
and now you touch the kids a little. Don't touch the kids.
Yeah.
I guess that's the way it is with grandkids, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
But maybe one day we'll be totally like that,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, but we don't want to be grandkids yet because our son's 16.
Yeah,
So I want to be clear about that.
We don't be grandparents yet.
No, we don't want to be grandparents yet.
No, negative.
But I find it, I find the issue of discipline.
Yes.
I mean, there's such a wide
The different
range in our
generations,
society.
so, yeah.
The different generations, different
Mhm.
cultures around
Yeah.
us.
Mhm.
Definitely, we're in a Western culture setting,
Yeah.
so that's like
Yeah,
totally frowned
yeah.
upon. But
We'll face stand in the corner. I don't know about that.
I think the parents need to stand in the corner. No, I mean, we definitely don't have the, that Palangi ways here, but we
No.
actually, that's not true. We try to incorporate both,
Try to
the
mix.
balance.
That's true. We try to do a mixture of discipline.
So what's your number one, as we wrap up here, what's your number one, like, advice you would give about about what works for us and discipline?
Yeah, what works for us is try to provide a good balance and try to hear them out and not
Yep.
be so quick to lay the hammer
sasa
down.
or
Don't
to-
be quick to hammer
or even
because
to
sometimes
yell.
depends on what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes coming up little things I used to get hammered, but no, please
No,
be
yeah.
patient.
Mhm.
Assess the situation and
Yeah.
and then implement the appropriate
Yeah.
consequence.
And for me,
Punishment.
I think it's what I've really learned is what my triggers are
Mhm.
and my red zone areas, because if you're lashing out because you're losing control as a parent, then that tends to lead to more abusive nature practices, and that's not a good thing.
No.
And so I'm trying to learn how to be more calm and patient and use my words and less sasa. Again, not that we sasa a lot. It's like small kind,
Yeah.
but even then, we're trying to find better ways to parent all the time and to
Yeah,
discipline
it's
and
a-
consequence
It's a
appropriately.
process. You're
Yeah.
constantly learning. You're constantly, learning from different
Mhm.
families, different situations. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and learning. I mean, from our backgrounds and our experiences,
Yeah, our experiences.
we
working.
do unfortunately deal with
Yeah.
very egregious instances of abuse that we see in the young people that we work with, and it does have long-term trauma. It can on young people, and that certainly is not anything we want in our families
No.
and in our societies.
Absolutely not an advocate for it.
But in your homes, right, our
Yeah.
Maoli Talk Ohana out there,
Yeah.
we want to know, how do you discipline? Share below. We want you to subscribe, like, share below your thoughts, reach
Right.
out as we build this community so we can share with one another and learn. And until next time, we mahalo you for joining us in our
Thank you
fale.
so much for listening.
Thank you for being part of our
Thank
Maoli
you for
Talk.
watching.
We'll see you in our next episode, and until then, malama each other, love each other. Aloha.
Tofa.
Snoop, Sasa.
We had
You
2
Sasa?
hours, and now it's
Sasa. Do you naughty? Did you shishi in the house? Did you shishi in the house? Are you naughty? Oh. Do not sasa your animals. They don't like it.
Yeah,
That's
belly
all
rub.
it is, people.
Instant
Belly rub.
gratification.
Instant, right? Carrot and stick. Instant
Yeah.
rewards.
Instant rewards.
Bye, Snoop. Say bye.
Counsel
Aloha.
them and then give them rub your belly.
You want me to rub your belly?
Rub
You
your belly.
want me to rub your belly?
Yeah, rub my belly.
Watch
I wanna
Maoli
see.
talk. Watch Maoli talk.
Ooh, let them dance
See what's good.
Ooh, let them dance.